Oh yeah, that's not too shabby. 3,300 off of that. I will take that. Anyway, hi boys, what's up? Bob here. Welcome back to Let's Play Melty Blood type Lumina. And first of all, I want to apologize in advance. My voice might be a little bit hoarse and or rough. Yeah, it's been a pretty long week. Lost Sparking Zero, like 10 hours of streaming this week so far. It's been very fun and eventful. Now, what you just saw me do is what I would consider maybe a bit more of an optimal Noel combo. So first of all, I have been doing homework. Now, this actually isn't that complicated. The only hard part, I think, is like doing the super at the end into the launch and making sure you have enough hits to do so, because if you just keep matching the medium auto combo, it will drop once you get to the launcher. But, you know, this is actually kind of good. I was way too late with that one. Yeah, like I was saying before, like, Noel is kind of the beginner character, more or less. So you can, she's kind of forgiving with the complicated moves in order to just do the harder stuff. I can't talk right now. I'm already slurring. What's wrong with me? But yeah, no, this is kind of easy. I have more to talk about Noel and Nib. I just want to see if I can complete this to go one more time. There we go. Yeah, that's not too shabby. 3,200 for a pretty skilled combo. That's, I don't know, personally speaking, I think it's kind of decent. Plus, it lasts long and it goes pretty hard. Yeah, after you do this, you can actually go straight into 214A. As soon as I can, don't fuck it up. Yeah, it does reach. I think it might have to be in the middle of a combo, but you know what, it's fine. So before we begin today's recording, I want to quickly say that we are in the middle of boss rush, obviously. Now, one thing I want to mention is that, actually, there's a couple things I want to go over really fast. I'm going to go ahead and beat the game really quickly. So it turns out, go figure, that there's some complicated things with Melty Blood, as it were. Now, first and foremost, I want to say that there's no difficulty selection with boss rush. So pretty much what you see is what you get. In a more or less manner speaking, that you can't select difficulty, so the difficulty you get is what you're stuck with. Now, I've been doing some research into our little lay friend here, and there's some complicated stuff I found out. Namely, the fact that the game doesn't really tell you much about her at all. So all this stuff I was just learning through tertiary research. Right, where do we begin? So it turns out Noel actually survived a vampire/ghoul attack in France in like 2001. And apparently, according to her, it was Roa possessing Seal. How? And that's what was responsible for it. That's why she holds Seal in such huge contempt. Other various things I've learned. First, I'll go more over this in my notes, but there's some stuff that happens in here, like Vob existing in the story, and there's more to the design for DA Noel than I thought there was going to be. So, yeah. Also, then I came across this one woman who does not look like a fake character. Sorry, Melty Blood character, and looks more like Danganronpa character. Like, I can't be the only one who sees this, right? Like, this is just a Danganronpa character. Like, the ridiculous bushy hair, the tits hanging out. Like, am I the only one who sees this? It's pretty obvious, but, you know, details. Anyway, so I'll talk more about this as we go forward, but I just want to say that Noel's been a very fascinating case because the game doesn't really convey her stuff whatsoever. So, that's very, very funny. By the by, once again, in a me sort of fashion, I have not been practicing this game in my downtime. Well, okay, it's not necessarily true. I did learn some stuff with some characters, but not too much. Honestly, more this last week, I've been more interested in trying to learn Lydia in Tekken 8 versus staying on top of this game. But I will say, I've also been kind of justifiably busy because a little game called Dragon Ball Sparking Zero dropped, and I had the pre-order for that. And man, if that didn't suck up all my stream time this week, I don't know what did. Holy fuck, that was crazy. So, now, obviously, you know what we're doing. Boss Rush, we're down to the last 3. Currently, we're going to be doing Noel's. Now, Noel's is very interesting because this is not just like an additional story bit going on here. This is her route, more or less. So, what do I mean by a route? So, you know how the original Fate Stay Night, we had like, what's the way to describe it? We had like 3 main routes, which is, you know, Unlimited Blade Works, which was Rin, Heaven's Field, which was Sakura's route, and the regular route, which was Saber's route. When we say route in the well, I was like Type Moon universe, it more so refers to like the visual novel's route for a character that like focuses on them, usually love interests, routes from it and whatnot, and that's how you go from there. This is basically, so the original one we had, or the original Tsukihime, we had Arcwade's route, Akiha's route, and Seal's route. I think there might have been more, but I could be mistaken off the top of my head. So this is basically Noel's route. We're gonna get to know about her as a character. We'll get to see more stuff about her. This is basically, yeah, we don't have much else for her right now, so we're going to squeeze hers up into this game. And I'm not unconvinced that this isn't once again a byproduct of Nasu's inability to plan forward with some stuff. So, you know, leave the French bread, take up the slack, yeah? Also, one thing I forgot to mention, and I haven't actually gone to confirm this yet, but apparently you can go and, once you complete a boss rush mode, you can go back and complete with whatever character you want. That's alleged. I haven't tested it myself, and when we selected the boss rush for Miyako, we didn't really get the option to choose. So I'm not sure if that's accurate one or not, but I can only hope it's going to be accurate for this one. We're still going to be using Miyako because she's the main character, but you know, details. By the way, this is going to be a mountain of bullshit. So today's recording session is going to focus on these two. This one, I'm a little tentative on. We can complete in 2 hours, but man, that is going to be a long 2 hours. Okay, how about this? If we do all 3 of these back to back, I'm going to be gassed as shit. But if I do this separately, it's going to be like a 2-hour recording session a week later. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin this. Free battle. Select the character and battle opponents one after the other. I still don't know if that's real, so we're going to stick to characters that it wants us to do. You know, I'm going to bump the audio a little bit. Those are always nice.
以上の報告をもって代行者ノエルより異端審問の任を解くものとする。以後は浄化対象となった現地の観察者として記者巡礼に励むよう指導する。慰問司祭代行マリオ・ジャルベスティーヌ。マジか。うわっ、教会ちょろすぎ。
Alright, so I guess she's relieved of the job now. Cool. Okay, so a normal, stable life is the dream. Okay, so now Noel's a fascinating case because the more I look into her story, the more I realize she's more or less just an entirely a victim of circumstance, kinda. So, like I mentioned before, 2001, she was in that middle of that vampire attack. And apparently the reason she wanted to become a kid again, at least when she became a dead apostle, isn't because of some weird Napoleon aging complex or anything. No, it's because she was happiest in her life before the vampire attack at the age of 14. That's like entirely the reason, and that's like, damn, that's a lot more dark than I thought it was going to be. Also, if it doesn't make her inadvertently the most, like, relatable character in the show, I don't know what does. Oh, Shiki? Oh, okay. Okay, well, good for her. You're not that old. God, I literally just turned 31 yesterday, and Noel's acting older than I am. Having a concept of a plan. And then they get isekai'd. And we literally run with that joke. Oops. Ah, man. Top of the strong enough to be in the executioners, part of the executioners and burial agency, and got hit by a car when daydreaming. And here's where it gets very goofy. So which part's the dream? This waking up in Shiki's arms, or the fact that she was you know, let go from the agency? Hard to say. I have Love. Seriously, how can you not love her? She's adorable. Ah, the good old concussion. Ah, boy, the CTE is going to be fantastic. Also, once again, I would like to reiterate for the audience that all these sprites that are done for these boss rush modes are brand new. Like, this post where Shiki is not regular gameplay, the bit with her, like, flail on the ground, that's all new, too. And all of this, once again, cannot emphasize this enough, was free. Oh, she also just needs... Okay, I was gonna save this joke for later on, but I'm not unconvinced. Literally, a lot of what can fix Noel, and I genuinely mean this, is I just like having a stable person in her life. Maybe not even like a lover, like just like, could be romantic, could be platonic, could be either or. Just someone stable in her life to tell her everything's gonna be okay. Seriously. From a parallel world, what? Well, one of those is probably true. Cruel, dang. Okay. So she wakes up from a dream. Chiki's comforting her, and turns out she's actually like the rising star and guardian angel of the city. Definitely not like the guy who's holding the knife right here. Time to turn on my life. You gotta appreciate the optimism here. Look, I face off of Vlav, which, if you didn't know, is the one who turned her into, well, kind of almost turned into a vampire in the original. Because I didn't know that. I thought Vlad was an original character for this game. Which, you know, classic Nasu, and that's not very well conveyed at all. Oops, I staggered that. I also completely forgot I'm on Boss Rush 2. Yeah. Trying to, I best to land that. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what Vlav's bonuses are. Let's just go for this. Okay, so that didn't reset, but that was very funny. All right, let's run up throw. Oops. Okay, so it's like I thought. He can just throw projectiles in multiple directions. Is he all breaking my throws? I think he was, but it wasn't. Jesus Christ. Oh, also, remember some basic things about her too. Her basic black knife, because she only has 10 of them, will break almost every projectile in the game. So like, it's super plus on block, it's super advantage on hit, so you can do a lot of stuff off of it. Oops. Didn't confirm those. Oh, holy shit, it's doing a lot of damage. All right, go for this. I think I can squeeze in the combo here. Yep. Oops. I didn't confirm that well. Because he's put into an airborne state when you land a charge heavy in the air, the crouching moves will not land on him. There we go. Go for this. Run up, do straight into 3C. Because if you do too many more hits, I think it can actually whiff. I'll just do an easy one this time. I was gonna special cancel if I miss it. I'm on the corner. Fine. There we go. Okay. I have my notes. Yeah, remember, there's no difficulty selection for this, so you can't adjust the AI to be easier or whatnot. So what you see is literally what you get. Like, you are in the thick of it with these boss modes, so make the most of it while you can. But honestly, if you get down to patterns, it's not that bad, personally speaking. I'm gonna share with you guys something terrifying. Playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero this week, there are harder instances of gameplay in regular story modes versus this shit. That might sound crazy, but I literally spent like half an hour this week just on one battle trying to beat Raditz as quickly as possible to get to an alternate what-if storyline. It was ridiculous. Anyway, boy in school uniform, so you don't know his name yet. Dance club's advisor, I would love to see that. What? Damn, we are really front-loading the isekai nonsense here. Ouch. We truly are living the meme here, folks. Because even by this time, the isekai joke has been running thin for a little while. If for some reason you don't know, isekai is a genre of anime and manga where, in Japan, where if you die and end up in another world, basically think like reincarnation and whatnot, and it's a different setting, you get to start from scratch. It's a very depressing kind of storyline setup because, like, some people's lives are so depressing in Japan that they rather wake up anywhere else and be free of their gross ass 9-to-5 jobs and get to fight monsters and whatnot. It's really depressing, and if you look past the overuse of the genre to a fault, there's some depressing subtext there, you know? Oh god, especially Mushi Kaisen? No, not Shu. I can't think of the damn show's name off my head, but like, dude was living a gross life, then got reincarnated as like a blonde kid and was like a magic prodigy. I haven't watched the show myself, but it looks pretty good. But yeah, pretty crazy. What's this about catfishing? Excuse me, hang on. Oof. I'm good. It's good to know that Soya City is full of good cops. And why don't you have glasses on? Well, okay, honestly, I think I could imagine that Cheeky, with enough training, could get the death perception eyes under enough control that he can activate them freely. Genuinely, I think he could do that. Plus, at some point during the manga, they got so powerful that even the glasses on could not suppress them anymore. Contact lenses? Damn, maybe maybe Aoko should have come back with some contacts. Ouch. Yeah, so it's not necessarily a direct, like, Tsukihime route for her if we see her as a romantic interest, which, again, well, okay, I think in Melty Blood, Shiki is 18 and Noel is 27, so not the most problematic age gap in the world, but also, like, not a good luck to Chief. That's not so bad. Fucking Arkwade is like thousands of years old probably, and Shiki is still 17. Which reminds everyone, back in Japan in the year 2001, I think the age of consent was still 15. So, yeah. I think this is the age of consent. Georgia here still 16. What the fuck? Might be Alabama. I got my states confused on that one a little bit right now. Good, I don't know which ones have the underage limits still. Well, isn't that nice? These two have... Noel wakes back up in this world, doesn't know anything, but apparently these two are 5 for 5 for the saving of each other. Also, damn, this one gets wordy. Yeah, this is something I'm not a huge fan of with the story mode for the boss rushes. I feel like it should have been like more chapter based, where you can choose to pick up chapters later on, versus like having to do everything in a row, you know? Because literally, you skip the cutscenes. Each of these is like maybe 10 minutes long in terms of gameplay. With the cutscenes, each of these is genuinely an hour long. I'm not kidding about that. And the usual thing of, don't you remember the time you did X? Oh my god, how could I forget that? I don't even know who we're fighting here yet. Well, we got past the one that bit her originally. So the vlog bite is very funny because apparently A, it wasn't deep enough to make her into a vampire, and B, Noel doesn't have the sauce to become a dead apostle. Okay, here's what's weird. I thought dead apostles could only be created when a true ancestor drank the blood of another person, like Stram. That's what would have made Shiki a dead apostle if Arquette did that to him. Now, apparently, according to the Tsukihime remake, apparently that may not be so random, or rather so direct. Instead, like, if a vampire bites someone, they might, or if a dead apostle bites someone else, they might become a dead apostle directly if they have quote-unquote the potential to do it. I'm not sure what's up with that, man. Alright, so as long as we're going through this. Oh, hi. Nega Noel. I don't think she has a pass, guys. Well, something like that might happen anyway. Anyways, but I think we don't have the coloration that she's gonna have in combat yet anyway. Oof. Back down to the dark. Back down to the dark at the bottom of the well. Okay. Is that a reference to the zombie attack? Dang, that's rough. It's a vampire. Wait, hang on. A vampire that mimics its enemy's form. I feel like we had a vampire like that in the original Melty Blood. I forgot his name off the top of my head because I keep doing that. Yeah, it's my internal depression made manifest. I saw her a few times when I was doing my makeup. Oh my god, that is depressing. So needless to say, we now know for a fact this is in fact a dream world, which I mean was pretty obvious from where to go anyway, but you know. She has infinite black keys. Oh no. Also, something rather, I think keys are formed from the clothing, the nun clothing. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I remember seeing some dialogue. Was that the last time I was recording? I'm not sure, but I remember seeing some dialogue about that at some point. And fucking Shiki out here with the funniest retort. And he, okay, so yeah, we're breaking the fourth wall all over the place right now. Go figure, but genuinely, I think a lot of what could fix Noel is just someone to say everything's going to be okay. Generally, just use a single projectile when you see an opening. Fighting with a limited supply is actually cooler and takes more skill. I love this. I mean, to be fair, the way I play Noel, I never even use more than 5 in a round. So good. Also, isn't resource management kind of more fun too? You know, I never used Johnny in Guilty Gear, but I imagine it's kind of a similar thing. Anyway. Shit. So it's funny because I thought she had different coloration here, but I guess I was incorrect about that. But it's still the color player 2 color, so pretty good. There we go. All right, so here's gonna be the gameplay with Noel. We're going to try to keep the other one. I keep doing that. Fuck. Not exactly what I wanted, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, I didn't know it continues. Holy shit, in the corner. Yeah. Yeah, yes, you can see that she doesn't have a counter for her black keys on the other side of the corner there, so be careful. Anyway, I fucked that up. Hang on. Got this. 3,800 reliably. Boo, 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 boo. I need to actually do the thing of saving your double jump. That way you can actually go for better mix-ups. Yep. Alright. Now, I don't think that string is actually safe, but hey, it's better than nothing. Alright, we're gonna go for the Oki. Oh, like a full screen confirms. I didn't think I was gonna kill actually. I'm very lucky it did. Boss rush, baby. Let's sag that one a little bit. Oops. Reverse DP motions being hard on hitbox. Could it be me? Shit. Yeah, I need to stop overthinking that one. Hang on. No, you don't. And let's get the player one side back. Eee. Yeah, that should be enough for some healing. Alright. There we go. Ah. You know what? Fine. The American reset. You drop it accidentally, but then you're not blocking correctly, so you get the you get the follow-up anyway. It's so good.